All right, my friend. When you feel ready, allow yourself to slowly begin to settle in. Let the eyes close. Don't rush if you're still grabbing something or quick running to the restroom. Once you're there, close the eyes. Let's take a few moments here to check in with yourself. Notice how you woke up, both mentally, physically, emotionally, perhaps even spiritually, if that's your thing. Take a moment and notice everything that's surrounding you. Hear the sounds in your space. Feel the air that's around you touching your skin. Just notice it. Feel the ground beneath you. Notice the parts of the body that are creating points of contact with the ground. And then become aware of how the body is breathing. And maybe just observe for a moment how often you check in and realize that the body's breathing. Maybe someone has to remind you, or maybe you've slowly grown a practice throughout the day where you can remember this. And just feel and notice what a gift the breath is. And let the breath begin to deepen. Begin to breathe in. With every inhale, you feel the belly expand, and then the rib cage, and then the chest. Exhale, the chest, rib cage, belly contract. Breathe in, belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale, chest, rib cage, belly. Continue this breathing. This is called our Dirga breath. And if you already have an Ujjayi breath in your practice, combine that with this Dirga breath now. And together, let's take one deep breath in and sigh it out. Do two more, breathing in. Beautifully done. Switch the cross of your legs, return to stillness for a moment as you reconnect with that Dirga breath and or Ujjayi breath. This will be the breath that you are to carry with you throughout the entire practice, as to the best of your ability. When you're ready, we'll inhale, let the arms reach out and up. As you exhale, twist the body towards the right. Release the right hand behind you, the left hand in front. As we inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the left, and then the left hand reaches behind the right arm in front. We're going to continue this, breathing into center. Exhale, twist over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist over to the left. So this is just a subtle movement with quickened breath to begin to awaken the body as well as the breath. And then see if the next time you twist over to the right, can you begin to move just a little quicker? The breath follows. And the next time you go to the right again, can you begin to move a little quicker even more? And the next time we go to the right, can we begin to move at the most comfortable, quickest pace that we can create with breath and body? Begin to notice how subtle heat emerges. Final two, both rounds. Breathe into center. When you complete, pause as the arms reach up. Exhale, release the chest down to the ground. Let the arms release down. Good. Completely relax the head and the neck once you arrive there to the best of your ability. Just feel that Dirga breath and Ujjayi breath settle in. And let's inhale, lifting just the chest. Begin to engage your core, reach the arms straight out in front of you. Keep that low back long as we slowly rise back up. Beautiful. As we exhale, take that twist over to the right and pause there this time. See if you can take your right hand and gently wrap it behind you so the right palm comes towards that left hip. The shoulders relax. Slowly unravel. Take that twist over to the opposite side. Maybe that left arm and hand can wrap behind you so that left hand comes towards the right hip. Notice your breath. Keep it long and steady versus shallow. Slowly unravel, returning to center, arms reach out and up once again. Good. As we exhale, once again, release your chest down towards the earth. Breathe in, lifting just the chest. Walk your hands over to the right. Really reach with that chest and then release it back down towards the ground. Noticing that left side of the back body. And then inhale, we lift up through just that chest. Exhale, walk it over to the left, releasing that chest back down. Good. And remember, at any moment, you can place a prop or anything beneath your hands if it helps you bring the ground closer to you. Final breath. Breathing in, lifting that chest, exhale, bringing it back to center. Round your spine this time and roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time. Arms reach out and up once you are there. Exhale, palms together, bring them straight down through center body, returning towards the chest. Good. Take a steady breath in and out. Beautifully done. Shift your body forward. Let's come onto our tabletop position, onto the hands and knees. Shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees here. Good. Make sure your knees are hip width apart. Inner legs engaged as though you were holding a block together in between those thighs. Good. Once we're here, gazing forward, we're coming into those cat-cows. So breathe in, soften the belly, lift the chest. As you exhale, lead that movement with the tailbone and round your spine. Continuing as we inhale, softening. And exhale, rounding. Take this at your own pace now. Really begin to feel this connection of movement and breath. Allowing yourself to find that full range of movement within the spine. And take those final 2 rounds. Coming back to center now, breathe in, rise up high onto those knees and shins here. Beautifully done. Interlace those hands together behind you. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Breathe in, lift your chest. As you exhale, bring that chest down towards the earth. Maybe we come all the way down. Keep your hips lifted if you can, and press the arms away from the body. So maybe the forehead is to the ground, or maybe we're still kind of hovering above the ground a little bit like that. Find that breath. Relax the head and neck wherever you are. And then slowly, with the strength of the legs and the core, inhale, let's rise up. Good. Release those hands. Circle the arms out and up. Inhale. As we exhale, release the palms down to the ground, tabletop position. Breathe in, soften the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Come back to neutral spine. Shift the body forward, elbows hug in. Lower the chest towards the ground. Exhale, press it straight back up and back to child's pose. Then inhale, rise up onto the shins and knees. Good. We're going to do that same little sequence a good couple times. It'll feel familiar soon. Arms circle out and up. Inhale. Exhale with a flat spine. Release it down to tabletop position. 1 cat-cow as we inhale, soften the belly, lift the chest. Exhale into that cow spine. Inhale, neutral, shift it forward. Elbows hug in, lower chest towards the earth. Exhale, press it up and take it back to child's pose. Good. Then inhale, we'll rise up again onto the knees and shins. Once you're there, arms will circle out and up. Exhale with a flat spine, find control through the core, tabletop position. Beautiful. 1 cat-cow, breathe in. And breathe out as we round the spine. Inhale to neutral spine, shift the chest forward, lower the chest towards the ground. Exhale, we press it up and back to child's pose. Good, we're doing that 3 more times. Inhale, rise up onto the knees and shins. Once you're there, arms circle out and up. Inhale, exhale, tabletop position. Inhale, soften the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, neutral, shift it forward, lower the chest towards the earth. Exhale, press it up and back, child's pose. Inhale, when you're ready, rising up, arms will circle out and up. Exhale, we'll lower down again, tabletop. Good. Breathe in, soften the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, neutral, shift it forward, lower the chest towards the ground. Exhale, press it up and back, child's pose. 1 full breath in, rise up, final round, arms circle out and up. When you're ready, exhale, tabletop position. Remember, no need to rush. Breathe in, soften the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, neutral spine, chest lowers down, elbows hug in. Exhale, press it up and back, child's pose. Let's pause here this time in our child's pose. Chest towards the ground, hips towards the heels. We breathe steady, returning to that Virga or that Ujjayi breath. Beautifully done. Inhale, rising up onto those hands and knees, shifting it forward. Bring that chest towards the ground and then slither all the way forward onto the belly. Little bit of upper body strength and movement there. Good. Our palms are beneath the shoulders. Elbows are hugging in and not kicking out towards the side. Shoulder blades together. Let's inhale here, lifting the chest off the ground. Low ribs are on the ground. Feel the shoulder blades come towards one another. Your legs are still alive here, even though it feels like just the upper body's working. So spin those inner thighs upwards and engage the legs and glutes. Feel into that breath now. Maybe your palms hover above the earth so that you can really feel the back of the body awaken. Three final breaths here. Observe. If you're creating unnecessary tension through the jaw, tongue, the shoulders, relax. Exhale, lower that chest down, press it up into tabletop. Press firmly into your palms as you touch your toes. And now let's breathe in and rise into that downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, first one of the day. Once you're there, keep pressing the chest back towards your thighs. Let yourself bend one knee and then the other. Once the legs come to stillness, give yourself space to sway your hips from side to side. Notice if you forgot about breathing already, return to it while you're here. Coming back to stillness now, let's inhale, lift up high onto the tippy toes. Good, bend your knees, let the knees hover above the ground. Straighten the legs, lower the heels down. Breathe in, come up onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, hover above the ground, exhale. Breathe in, straighten up and lower the heels down. Do that 2 more times at your pace. Then come back to stillness. Gaze between those hands as we breathe in. And exhale, relax the head and the neck again. One more time, inhale, lifting the head, gaze forward. And exhale, completely relax the head and the neck. Stay here in stillness, one full breath. Notice how the upper body begins to become alive. Beautiful. Take those hands now and walk them back towards the feet at the back of the mat. Excellent. Once you're at the back of the mat, once again, interlace those hands together behind you, pressing the arms away from the body. Remember, this is a great spot to utilize a strap between the hands, a shirt, a towel, scarf, or belt. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Beautifully done. Releasing those hands down towards the ground, tiptoe your feet outwards towards the width of your mat. Heels come in, toes point out, bend your knees and sink your hips here. Good. I'm just going to reposition myself so that you can get a better view. Excellent. Bring those hands to heart center. Good. We're going to create dynamic movement here with this. As we breathe in, straighten those legs, reaching those arms straight up. Excellent. Begin to lower all the way back down. Beautiful. Continue that movement. Maybe you're breathing in or you're exhaling as you rise up. And then the opposite occurs as you go down. Take at least 5 more at your pace. Maybe the eyes closed so you can truly be present here. Beautiful. Final round so that we're all together. Returning back to center. Excellent. Deep breath in. Just pause here. Pressing the elbows into the inner legs. Lifting the chest. And then releasing the palms to the ground. Straighten those legs. Bring your toes back to normal. Your feet back to hip width. Walk it back out to your downward facing dog. Beautifully done. Inhale, gaze forward between the hands, and then exhale, walk, jump, or step yourself to your forward fold at the front of the mat. Once you're in that forward fold, Uttanasana in Sanskrit, breathe in, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. One more time, breathe in, lift up halfway. Core is strong, spine is long, arms reach out to a T, your legs are active, and then slowly rise up all the way, reach it up towards the sky, bend those elbows 90 degrees, lift the chest. Inhale, relengthen. Grab a hold of your left wrist and exhale, tilt over to the right. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. Stay even on both feet. Good. Breathe in, rise up. Grab a hold of your right wrist with the left hand and tilt to the left. Steady the breath. Returning to center, inhale. As we exhale, release it down into forward fold. Breathe in, we lift up halfway. Take those palms to the ground, step it back, high plank. Beautifully done. Release the right knee down. Press into the right knee and that right hand, lifting your left leg. Let's bring that left arm up towards the sky, finding a supported side plank. Good, so that left leg is parallel to the earth. The left toes are pointing forward, the same direction as the gaze. Feel steady breaths here. Beautiful. Now begin to bend that left knee, bend that left elbow, bring them together. And then inhale, straighten them back out. So you might test your balance a little bit here. Exhale, bend the left knee and that left elbow, bring them towards one another. Inhale, straighten them back out. Good, do that one more time, exhale. Inhale, straighten them out. Pausing here this time, bend the left knee so the foot reaches behind you. Grab that left foot or ankle, or simply reach for them. If it's not something we can grab, that's okay. Good. Are you breathing here? Make sure you're not sinking into your right shoulder. Releasing that, what we call bind, slowly release that left hand down towards the earth. Bring the body so that it faces the earth as our left leg stays lifted. Right arm will reach straight out in front of us. Deep breath in, pausing in this balance. Beautiful, core is strong, hips are level. Remember to place the weight into the pads of the left fingers. One more breath. Release that down, press into your palms, tuck your toes, high plank. Excellent. Once we're all there, elbows hug in. Let's lower through that chaturanga, bringing the body towards the ground. Then inhale into the cobra we played with earlier, or rise into that downward facing dog, or forgive me, upward facing dog if it's in your practice. And then exhaling into your downward facing dog. That first full vinyasa of the morning. Pausing in stillness as we inhale. And exhale. Breathe in, gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, walk, jump, or step yourself forward to forward fold again at the front of the mat. Good, take your time. When we arrive, inhale, we'll lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. This time, bend those knees. Sink those hips. Let's find our chair pose, Utkatasana. All 10 toes are forward. Good. Legs hug in. Remember that imaginary block in between the legs. Chest is lifted. One more breath. Inhale, straighten it up all the way. Exhale, bend the elbows. Lift the chest once again. Breathe in, re-lengthen. And exhale, bring it all back down to heart center. Samasthiti. Beautiful. Find one full breath in. And out. Inhale into that chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, palms to the ground, step it back, high plank. Good. Bringing that left knee down towards the ground. This time, right leg lifts. My back will be to you guys this time, so you'll get a different angle. Return to that supported side plank. Right arm reaches up. Right leg is parallel and lifted off the ground. Feel your shoulder blades together. Feel the muscles in the legs, the glutes, and the core alive. These are your stabilizers. Good. Begin to bend that right knee and that right elbow now. Bring them together towards center. So it's like a little bit of a side crunch. Inhale, reach them back out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in, coming back to center. Bending that right knee now. Reaching back for that right foot. Creating what we call a bind. Breathe steady to support your stability. One more breath. Gracefully releasing that out, bringing that right palm towards the ground, keeping the leg lifted as the torso and hips face the earth again. Good. Remember, keep the core strong so you don't rely on your low back to do the work. Extend that left arm out in front of you to create your balance once you're here. Steady the breath. Steady the breath so that you can have beautiful communication among the body. So that you can be present and aware. One more breath. As you exhale, release those limbs down, press into your palms. Find that high plank now. Once you're in that high plank, let's find our vinyasa. Elbows hug in, lower towards the ground. Breathe into your cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling into that downward facing dog. Hips reach straight back up towards the sky. Good. Excellent. One full breath in. And out. Gaze forward between the hands. Exhale, walk, jump, or step it forward to forward fold. Beautifully done. Take a moment and wiggle out the wrists here. Really give them some good little circles. Good. Give them a little bit of love. A lot of weight there, and you've done. Be sure you go in both directions with those circles. Excellent. And once you release those out, relax those hands down, lift up halfway, breathing in. Exhaling, folding, and bending your knees, sinking your hips, finding your chair pose. Beautifully done. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, straighten up and rise all the way. And exhale, hands come straight down to heart center this time. Beautifully done. Take that right knee. Let's begin to lift the leg off the ground as the knee comes towards the belly. Notice and remember, as we lift that leg, our hips don't follow, right? So we're just lifting the leg up. Spine, hips, everything are steady. Begin to lean forward with the chest as that right leg tucks under and slowly begins to send itself straight back behind us. Good. Coming into that airplane, you can grab a hold of a wall. You can grab a block or a chair, whatever you've got close by if you want that assistance. Notice your breath. Begin to bend that left knee. Release the right toes down behind you now. Breathe in. We'll rise up into that high crescent lunge. Good. That low back is nice and long. Chest is open. Arms reach up, finding your breath. Beautiful. As we exhale, just like we did in the beginning of class when we were seated, twist open towards the left. One arm behind you, one arm in front. Good. Keep those hips level. Begin to bring those hands to heart center now. You got it. If this is plenty for you, stay right here. Otherwise, begin to lean forward slightly. Can we bring that right elbow to the outside of the left thigh? Keeping that length of spine and fullness of breath. If either of them become compromised, we've gone a step too far. One more full, steady breath. Breathe in, rising up. Good. Moving backwards here, releasing those arms back out again. Good. One full breath. Coming back to center, arms reach up, inhale. As we exhale, release those hands down. Good. Take that left leg, reach it straight back up into that three-legged downward dog. Extend that left leg up to the sky. Take your time to get there. Once you are there, bend that left knee, stand the hip open. Draw one little circle in one direction. And then in the opposite. Beautiful. Level off those hips. Shift that body forward to a one-legged plank. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Press firmly into that right palm. Left leg stays lifted if our body allows. Left arm reaches up. And if you need to come into what we played with earlier by bringing the right knee back down, please listen to that. It's all good. Good. Repeating what we did with the other side when we had supported side plank. Let's bend that left knee and bend the left elbow, bring them towards each other. Straighten them out. Take your time. Exhale as you bend the knee and elbow, bringing them towards one another. Reach them out. One more. Bending. Reaching them out, pause. Good. Release back to regular high plank. Release the knees down. Take it back to child's pose. Now, if in your practice you're craving that extra spice, you want that vinyasa, for example, rise back up, take your vinyasa, meet the rest of us in child's pose. It's always what you need and what you want at the end of the day. It is your practice. Take this time once you're in stillness to reconnect with breath. Maybe you wiggle out your wrists. Maybe the arms come down by the sides if that's what your shoulders are asking for. And just tucking in and keeping the balance. One more breath. When you're ready, press into your palms, tuck your toes, hips reach up to your downward facing dog. Gaze forward between the hands, inhale, and exhale, come forward to the front of your mat, forward fold, however you arrive. Once you are there, breathe in, we'll lift up halfway. Good. Exhale, go ahead and fold. Find your chair pose, bend those knees, sink those hips, lifting through the chest. Beautifully done. Straightening up all the way, inhale. And exhale, bringing it back to heart center, Samasthiti. One full breath in and out. Excellent. Pause, one more breath. Beautiful. Now from here, take that left knee. Let's begin to hug it in. Good. Just feel and find your stability here. Leaning forward when you're ready. Keeping that right leg nice and strong. Right toes and right knee are all pointed forward. Left leg reaches straight back behind us. Good. Inner legs are strong. Core, glutes are doing the work for us. We find ourselves in this balance, whether we utilize the wall or the ground, anything around us. And then slowly begin to bend that right knee. Release those left toes down. Breathe in and find yourself in that high crescent line. Good. Anjaneyasana. Beautifully done. Finding steadiness here. And then just like before, as we breathe in, let yourself exhale, twist over towards the right. Left arm in front. Right arm behind you. Keep that right hip slightly pressing back. It's very, very subtle. You can stay here or begin to bring the palms together. Good. If you can go a little bit further, begin to try to lean forward and then bring that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. And keep that length of spine and that fullness of breath. One more full breath. With control, we're going to reverse what we did, rising up, reaching those arms back out, breathing in, returning back to center on your next breath in, and then exhale, releasing those hands down towards the ground. Beautiful. Take that right leg, extend it back behind you, three-legged downward facing dog. Bend the knee, fan that hip open, draw a little circle in one direction, and then in the opposite direction. Shifting that body forward again to your one-legged plank. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot, press into your left palm. Right leg stays lifted if available. One-legged side plank. Remember that left knee can come down. Good. Once we have that steadiness of breath, let's create that subtle little movement here, bending the elbow and the knee. Bring them towards one another. Breathing in, lengthen it out. Exhale, try not to fall over. Breathing in. And exhale. Breathing in. Good, release it back down to that plank. Beautiful, optional downward facing dog or vinyasa, depending on what kind of spice you're looking for physically. Beautiful. You guys are awesome. When we've all returned to that downward facing dog, let's find a steady breath in unison. And out. Go ahead and release those knees down. Good. Release those forearms down. Beautiful. Let your forearms be beautifully and perfectly parallel towards one another. Elbows hug in, shoulders above the elbows. Just pause here a moment. Begin to feel the belly pull in, palms are flat. Observe the breath. Beautiful. Then gently begin to tuck your toes and start to reach those hips up towards the sky, just like in downward facing dog, but on the forearms. Keep those elbows hugging in as though I put a strap or a belt around your biceps to keep them in and parallel. Good. Press your chest back towards the leg. Find 2 to 3 final breaths. And lowering those knees down, take it back to your child's pose. You got it. Full breath in, full breath out. Beautifully done. Rising to our tabletop position, that right foot will step forward in front of us. Good. Manually adjust however is needed. Good. Left knee is to the ground. Let's rise up here. Bring that right forearm to the right side. Good. That left hand is going to reach back for that left foot. We might just be reaching for it. Maybe we can actually grab a hold of it. Could also reach for the pant leg. If you have a strap or belt or anything like that around, go ahead and wrap it around that foot and then hold it in or pull it in. Good. Take your time. Chest is open. If stability allows, see if you can release that right arm out and up. Maybe take what we call Gyan Mudra, bringing the tip of the thumb towards the tip of the index finger. Find the breath here. One more breath. Releasing that left leg down, bringing that right hand down towards the ground to meet the left. Both hands frame the foot. Excellent. Straightening your right leg, hips reach back. Point the right toes up towards the sky. Feel the chest reach forward. Then slide your hands beneath the shoulders and fold over that right leg, keeping those hips lifted. Good. Bending back into that knee. Beautifully done. From here, our palms come towards the ground. Tiptoe your right foot over to the left wrist. Release the right knee down towards the right wrist for our pigeon pose. Friendly reminder that pigeon pose is not safe and available for everyone, and that's fine. If that's the case, if your knee or your hip or back are like, nah, Jenny, not today, let's come into seated figure 4 instead, where it's just a lot more comfortable for many of us, okay? If you come into seated, you can stay here, you can lie on the back and hug it in to get that cozy effect that everyone else will be getting as well. For those of us in that quote unquote regular pigeon pose, feel that chest lifted, make sure your hips are level. You're not sinking off to the right too much, nor the left. Keep yourself level to protect. Find the breath, and then slowly let yourself walk those hands out and bring that chest towards the ground. And find those 2 to 3 final breaths. When we're ready, wherever we are with our pigeon, let's take that right leg, extend it back behind us in our tabletop position. So if we had to take a seated figure 4, let's all come back to that tabletop. Right leg reaches behind us. Awesome. Take a little circle in one direction and then in the opposite. And release the leg down. Good. Then take that left foot, step it forward between the hands. Manually assist and adjust as needed so that the knee is above the ankle. Good. Once you're there, lifting that chest, rising up, bring that left forearm to your thigh. Good. Once we're there, reach back with that right hand. Remember, we can strap something around the foot to grab it. We can reach with the hand or actually grab. Chest is lifted to the best of our ability. Beautiful. Finding that breath. Extending that left arm forward and up if your stability allows. Remember that option to create Gyan Mudra here. Breath is steady. One more breath. Good. Gracefully release that left leg down or that right leg down behind you. Release both palms down towards the ground now to frame that foot. Good. Straighten that left leg. Lift your chest as the left toes point up. Slide your hands beneath your shoulders and fold over that leg. Hips are level. Beautiful. Giving some nice, good love to those hands. When you're ready, bending back into that knee, those hands follow, coming back to frame the foot. Tiptoe that left foot over to the right wrist. Release the left knee down towards the left wrist. Releasing your hips towards the ground for your pigeon pose on this side. Remember, we are not perfectly symmetrical beings, so this side might not be comfortable. So instead, we take a seated figure 4. Maybe you bring it down onto the back. So always meeting the body where it is and never forcing anything. It doesn't do us any service when we force anything. Take a few breaths here for those of us in this regular pigeon before we lower that chest down. So remember, come into that presence. Don't rush. Then allow that chest to slowly release down and really savor every micro movement, every transition, right? That journey to the end, to the finish line. Beautiful. And take that final breath wherever we are. Pressing up into those palms or wherever it was that we took our pigeon. Extending that left leg straight back behind us as we all meet back into that one-legged tabletop. Once we're there, take a circle in one direction. Beautiful. And then in the opposite direction. Good. Letting that go. Round your spine as you exhale. Inhale, soften the belly, lift the heart. Final time, round your spine, then cross your ankles behind you and sit back. Bringing those legs straight out in front. Good. Beautifully done. Now from here, you're going to place your palms right next to your hips. Good. Fingertips are pointed forward, legs are nice and engaged. We're going to play a little bit with the core as well as the upper body strength for only like just a few breaths, nothing crazy. Once we're here, take a moment and ensure that the chest is open and the shoulder blades are together. Now you might note there's a possibility you might want to put some books beneath your hands or blocks. So just play with it, okay? Whether you want to play with that now or some other time during your free time. Once we're here, keep your heels on the ground. Ground firmly into those palms as you exhale. Can we lift the booty off the ground, bringing the thighs towards the chest? And then gently lower that back down. And then you're going to exhale and lift the booty off the ground, heels are to the ground, legs are alive. Good, thighs towards the chest. And then lower that down. And then breathing in. When you're ready, exhale once again. Lower that down. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2 more depending on where you want to be. So it's your choice. When you're ready, take that second to last or final round. Release it down. Your option, again, you can rest now or take that final option of effort. And release that down. Wiggle out those wrists out in front of you. Beautiful. Arms reach up. You can keep on wiggling out the wrists if you need to. When you're ready, reach yourself forward and fold over those legs. Excellent. And arms reach forward, belly pulls in. Let's rise up. Good. Bring the arms in front of you now, keeping that core strong. Make sure nothing funky is behind you here. Begin to slowly lower down on to the back. Once you're there, bring those knees in towards the body. You can rock side to side. Release any tension the low back may have acquired. And then allow both knees to very subtly release down to the left side of the body, finding a gentle twist here. Slowly coming back to center. As you breathe out, gently release the knees down towards the right side of the body, now finding a twist here. Slowly returning to center. Beautiful. Releasing those legs straight down onto the ground. Bring your arms towards the body. Take a moment and cross the right arm on top of the left. Either hug that right arm across or come into those eagle arms for 1 to 2 breaths here. And slowly unraveling the arms, opposite side. Take that left arm on top of the right, hug it across, or come into those eagle arms. And gracefully release that out. Reach the arms up past the head. Stretch the body. Point the fingers. Point the toes. Release the body down. Slide the arms down by the side. Reach the tailbone for the heels as your legs and your feet lie just a hair wider than the hips. Allow the toes and ankles to roll outwards and open. Palms facing up, receiving energy mudra. Draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Take a moment and rock the head side to side and just release and relax the neck. Stretch the jaw and release that out. Let's take one full breath in. Hold that inhale. And then slowly exhale. Hold that exhale. Slowly breathe in. Hold. Slowly breathe out. Hold. Final round, slow inhale. Hold. Slow exhale. Hold. Release all control of breath now. Release all control of self. Allow yourself to completely relax. And drifting away on your inward journey. Very slowly begin to bring the mind back into this space. Notice the sounds around you. Deepen the breath. Notice the ground beneath you. And whether you're on the back or in seated, begin to wiggle the fingers, the toes, the wrists, and then the ankles. And our heads from side to side. Stretch the jaw, the tongue. Reach the arms up past the head, reaching the body long. As we exhale, bring those knees in towards the chest. Reawaken the spine. Those of us on your backs, allow yourself to gently drop down to one side of the body, a comfortable fetal position. Pausing there a moment, let us all reconnect with an intention for our day, for our practice, and with your gratitude practice. When you're ready, slowly rise up to seated if you haven't already. Never rushing the process. I wanted to read this beautiful quote that I found that always resonates. It goes, most people just want to be in the result and not in the process. And it's in the process where you realize who deserves to be in the result. So just some food for thought as we carry ourselves through our day and throughout our lives. Once you're here, let's bring the palms together. Slowly reach the palms up towards that third eye center between the brow, reminding us to always have clear and loving thoughts. Hands of prayer to the heart center, reminding us to have honest and clear intentions. And hands of prayer to the mouth, reminding us to have honest and loving words and communications with all we encounter, and especially with our own self. My friends, if it resonates, let's complete this practice with 3 deep collective ohms. Otherwise, just sit and receive the vibration. Breathe in. We take this moment to dedicate our practice to each other, to ourselves, and to all beings everywhere. May every step closer towards our internal growth create a ripple effect outwards for all beings on our planet. I so honor that light within each and every one of you. Namaste, my friend. Thank you so much.